All right, here we are today to take a look at the surface area of prisms. One way to find the surface area of a prism is to just individually find the area of every single shape that you see and adding them all together. However, instead of finding the area of each individual face and adding them together, there are some formulas we can use to find the lateral and total surface areas of prisms. The formula for lateral area of prism is very simple. It's just P times H, where P is the perimeter of the base, and H is the height of the figure. So P is perimeter of one base, and H is the height of the figure. But what I want you to think of for this, the height of the figure as the line that connects the bases together. Okay, now to find the total area, all we have to do is add in the bases. We have to add in the area for two bases because in a prism there are two bases. So total surface area is going to be PH plus 2B, where B is the area of one base. So let's jump right in and take a look. Okay, so let's start with this rectangular prism. So for a rectangular prism, since all sides are rectangles, you can choose what you want the base to be. I'm going to choose to have this and this be our bases. All right, so let's start with our total surface area formula, which is PH plus 2B. P is the perimeter of one base, so that would be 4 plus 5 plus 4 plus 5. So P would be 18. H is the line that connects the bases together. So that's just 3. It's 2. And then B is just the area of one of those bases, which is just 4 times 5, or 20. So our total surface area is 18 times 3, which is 54, plus 2 times 20, which is 40, or 94 square centimeters. Had you chose the left and right to be your bases or the front or back to be your bases, you would have got different numbers, but your final answer would have been the same answer. Number 2, find the lateral area and surface area of this prism. Now, this is not a rectangular prism, so we don't get to choose our bases anymore. This is a triangular prism. Therefore, our bases are the triangles. Okay, so triangle 1 here and triangle 2 here. So let's start with the lateral area. Lateral area is equal to perimeter of the base times height of the figure. Perimeter of the base would be 8 plus 6 plus something. We don't know what this something is. I'll bet we can find it, though. Since that is a right triangle after all, we can do the Pythagorean Theorem. 6 squared plus 8 squared equals, we'll just call it x squared. That would be 100 equals x squared, or 10 equals x. So back to our perimeter. Plus 10. 8 plus 6 plus 10 is 24. H, this is where kids get confused a lot. H is not 8. Remember, H is the line that connects the bases together. Okay? So H is 20. So L is 24 times 20, or 480 square inches. Now for T, we're just going to take that 480 and we're going to add into B. B being an area of the base. All right, so B is an area of the triangle. Triangle is just base times height over 2 of the triangle. So base of the triangle, height of the triangle over 2. 6 times 8 over 2, which is 6 times 8, which is 48 over 2, which is 24. So my T would be 480 plus 2 times 24, or 480 plus 48, 528 square inches. Number 3, find the lateral and surface area of this prism. Okay. Lateral is going to be real easy here. PH. So the lateral would be the perimeter of this. It's a regular prism, so all is the same. So the perimeter would be 6 times 14, or 84. And then the height is this a line that connects those two bases together. So 48. So my lateral area is 84 times 48. And that's it. So our lateral area is 4,032 square feet. Unfortunately, the total is going to be a lot harder than that. So our total is going to be 4,032 plus 2b. Well, what is b? b is that hexagon, which we spent a lot of time finding areas of hexagons recently. Okay? So in that hexagon, we're going to be doing area equals AP over 2, right? We already know the perimeter is 84. We don't know our apothem. So that's where our knowledge from last chapter comes into play. 360 over 6 will give us 60. And cut that in half. This angle would be 30. You can now use a 30, 60, 90, or you can use right triangle trig to solve this. And that would be A equals 7 over tan 30. So A is approximately 12.124. So now we have our area is 12.124 times our perimeter, which is 84 over 2. And our answer is 509.22. All right, back over to our actual answer then. T equals 4,032 plus 2 times 509.22. And our total answer should be 5,050.45 square feet. Number 4, find the lateral area and surface area of the prism. All right, this one does not look like any shape that we know. Okay, the shape is not one that we've spent a lot of time finding the area of, but it's important to know that our area is still going to be done the same way. So let's make this and its counterpart in the back our bases. I shouldn't say let's make that our bases. Those are our bases. How do I know those aren't our bases? Because they're the only non-rectangles that we see. Okay? So that's going to be our base. Our formula for lateral and total is going to be the same thing. So for lateral area, it's PH. What is P? P is this side plus this side plus this plus this plus this plus this. Let's go around and find all those. This is 12. Since this is 20 and this is 12, this must be 20 minus 12, or 8. This is 6. And since this is 17 and this is 6, 17 minus 6 is this is 11. So our perimeter is 20 plus 6 plus 8 plus 11 plus 12 plus 17. Which would be 74 units. All right, what is H? Now, H is the line that connects the bases together. So it's not 17. It's 7, because that connects the front to the back. So 17 times 7, our lateral area is 119 square meters. For our total, we're going to take that 119 and we're going to add in 2 times the area of the base. Now the area of the base is going to be a composite figure, which we can break off right here. This could be A1, this could be A2. So A1 is just 17 times 12, which is 204, and I just realized I hit the wrong number over here. The perimeter is, this is not 17. We said earlier what it was. The perimeter was 20 plus 6 plus 8 plus 11 plus 12 plus 17, which was 74. So our lateral area should be 74 times 7. Sorry about that. That's 518. Okay, now back to our composite figure. So A1 was 204. A2 is going to be 8 times 6, which is 48. So our total area of the base here is going to be 204 plus 48, which is 252. So back to our T, we get 119 plus 2 times 252. Oh, and I forgot that 119 was wrong. Sorry, let's go back and replace that with the 518 that we know. So 518 plus 2 times 252. And we got our total surface area to be 1,022 square meters. On the next two slides are two practice problems. So I would encourage you at this point to pause this video, try the next two problems one at a time, and then come back once you've completed them to unpause the video and check your answers. Here is the answer for your first practice problem. Now, you may have done all of this work differently, but your final answer should still be the same, 56 square millimeters. And finally, the answer for number 2. Now, this work should not have all been done differently. This should be exactly what you have written down here. When you did Pythagorean Theorem for this one, you should have got that this side was 5. So the perimeter was 3 plus 4 plus 5, which is 12. And the height of the figure would be 2. That will do it for our look in the surface area of prisms. Thank you very much for looking into my video today.